Hey, I had a question from Ephemeral Rift and I just had to make it a video all of its own, and this video will be softly spoken. Ephemeral Rift writes, "What does happiness mean to you?" And that's just such an amazing question from such an amazing person. I love Margaret Clemens. I looked up happiness in the dictionary and it says happiness is the state of being happy. Whoa. And then it goes on to describe many words such as contentment, joy, glorious, peace, fulfillment. And it just describes a number of words that mean pleasure, success, fulfillment, peace, etc. It's like this elusive word that we use to describe any satisfying sense we feel. But somehow, feeling happiness really eludes a lot of us. And we spend much of our life trying to catch it like a butterfly in a net. And when we catch it in the net, we damage the butterfly wings. So, I've taken some notes on what I feel happiness is. One of the issues I feel we have with happiness in the Western world is that we see it or we describe it as a concentrated sensation. Yay, we have to feel happy and it has to be full on. I'm so in love. I'm making so much money. I'm so happy with my family. We're such a happy family. And it's like this addictive, almost drug-induced high. One of the problems I think we have in Western society is that we oversalt our food. We don't just oversalt our food, we oversalt our life. We want everything to be whiz-bang with bells and whistles. And we've forgotten how to enjoy the flavour of simplicity in life and sensation. And that's why ASMR is so beautiful, because it is honouring each sense in its purest form. In Western society, we salt all our food and we've forgotten what chicken tastes like. What does chicken taste like without salt? And it's the same with happiness. We want happiness to be a kaboom, a fireworks, a massive moment. Oh, I've had a moment. I'm happy. Oh, the moment's gone. Where's it gone? I'll start from the beginning. In childhood, when we're born, we don't have a sense of self. We're developing our sense of self slowly through the experiences that we have, our parenting, the way our caregivers feed us care and love, and what we choose to process and take out of all those experiences, how we cherry pick. And how we cherry pick from experiences is strongly affected by our caregiving, also ourselves, our genetics, but strongly by our development, what we see in the world. And in the Western world, when we are as children attempting to find happiness, or someone gives us a lolly, this lolly tastes good, I like it, I feel happy. My mum hugs me, I like it, I feel happy. So we're fed in childhood what happiness is for other people, not for us. Other people's interpretation of happiness and society's interpretation of happiness. And as a child we go, yeah, okay, I'll take that. and we carry this little definition of happiness along. And it may suit us or it may not. In Western society, happiness is defined often by accumulating things. He who dies with the most toys wins. Collecting things, collecting money, being popular, having friends, driving a red, shiny car and showing everyone your red, shiny car and saying, look how happy I am. Not everyone's like that. But we know from Western society when we turn on the TV, oh look, this woman's happy because she's buying creams to make herself look younger. Oh, look at the photography. They work. I want to be like that woman who's happy using those expensive creams. Oh, look, they work. And we're fed that. So women are fed, you'll be happy if you age really slowly or not at all. And men are fed, if you're really muscular and a real alpha male, you'll be happy too. You know, I'm simplifying it. So we're fed these idealized, media frenzied ideas of what happiness is, and we go through our 20s, and a lot of us watch TV and movies, and on the movies we have people falling in love very quickly forever. They kiss, they ask each other to get married, they're very happy at their wedding, and then that is the end of the story. In the fairy tales, they don't talk about staying up at night while a child vomits, or trying to balance basketball, soccer, and romantic time. They don't talk about how hard it is to afford children. They talk about happily ever after with Prince Charming and the princess. And the princess stays beautiful, and Prince Charming has a white horse. And all the houses are 2 stories, and they all have white picket fences that go around, and laughing children. That's what we're fed. So it's challenging for us when we're fed happiness as a child and the media kind of dumps upon us. This is happiness, buy these products. And then we buy these products and we're still not happy. There are expectations placed upon us of what we should be and how we should feel happiness. And then we place our own expectations upon ourselves of what is happiness and how we should feel happiness. Too much salt. Way too much salt. And life draws us in and we're sucked in. We're sucked into the mortgage, the accumulation, the collection, the barbecues, the school functions, or whatever else you are experiencing in your own world, in your own country. We get sucked in to the day by day trivia, and we lose the ability, or some of us, guilty, of looking down upon our lives with perspective. There is a proverb, a Greek proverb, I can't remember the words, something like, it is important to plant trees which you know you will never share the shade underneath. So it's saying it's important to put into place systems where we may never enjoy those systems. It's important to look after humanity, the environment. But there isn't a lot of socialization about that. There is more socialization about living in the short term and finding a high. Happiness has to be really high and it has to be really, really, really happy. There's less emphasis placed upon detachment and contentment. I think this is starting to change. I know it is for me. With happiness, we need to assess who we really are. And I don't think we generally find out who we really are until we're in our 30s or our 40s. I'm 50 this year, and I would say since November, I've started to find out who I am. Just started. And I found out that I really, really like being by myself. I found out that I really like deep conversations. I found out I don't like group situations. I do like public speaking, but that's somehow different. I don't like being with a group around a table where the talk is trivial or based on the weather. I need to talk about the meaning of life or nothing at all. I realize that a lot of people find that strange about me, and I don't care. I realized that I love nature so incredibly much that it forms a base part of my life. I realized that all my life I thought happiness was getting married, having children, and the white picket fence. I thought Prince Charming was just an amazing phenomenon, and I wanted one Prince Charming. Didn't work out. So now, with each day, I feel happier and happier. I feel happier from things I never thought I'd feel happier about. I stood at the Iguazu Falls, and the happiness was beyond belief, beyond description. I eat a meal now, and when I concentrate on the meal, I feel so happy when I inhale the meal. I now withdraw from negative people. I consciously do it, and I assess that I'm doing it, and I consciously do it without reacting. So I don't tell the person that I'm not happy with them. I gently withdraw. I believe that a gentle approach is generally the most effective. Now, disclaimer, I am reactive. I am highly emotional and highly intense person. So don't you think that I have this under control, because I don't. It is a journey, and I know happiness is about peace. Happiness is also for me about accepting death. I think it's very important that we clearly accept death in order to open ourselves up to life. And I think part of happiness is losing our fear of death. That is a video all of its own. But the base, the foundation of happiness is contentment. The base of happiness is letting go of ego, yet still knowing that we need to like ourselves. There is two different definitions of happiness being swung around at the moment. One is meditate all the time by yourself, and the other is buy a red car, buy stuff, show everyone how much you have. I do think that it's in the middle. We need to live in society and accept what society feeds us, and then we need to detach and look down upon that. So we walk this very fragile path between living in society with its capitalization and being by ourselves. And if we are too focused on self, we lose the ability to relate to others. And we need to be in society to look after the environment, to protect our children, to look after the world, to look after the community. But unless we have a very strong sense of self by ourselves, we don't have a chance. The McDonaldization of the world is going to suck us in. The black hole of McDonaldization. Happiness to me is sitting in the moment while respecting a healthy plan towards the future, Happiness is doing everything possible to feed our children's minds and feed our children's concept of a healthy regard for the planet, the environment, and accepting other people's beliefs and religions. I think one of the limitations people have, some people, is they believe that there is a true religion. I don't. And I feel that if we try and put one religion forward as the true religion, it could affect our ability to be happy. There are no true religions. But it is about living in a way that protects community and self and reduces risk. So anything that may produce a level of risk, not on my list. Ephemeral Rift, I love that question, and I just love what you do with your videos. They're just amazing. You're a true artist, and I love that one when you're with your son playing Minecraft, and my boys like that too, because I love the fact that you combine ASMR with family and the joy of your son. What does everyone else think happiness is? Do you think I'm on the right journey of seeing it as a combination between self and society? What do you think? Thanks.